Between diets, workouts, and endless advice, it's hard to know what actually works for weight loss and what's worth your time. That's why HERS offers access to an affordable range of FDA approved GLP-1 medications that now includes the Wegovy pill and the Wegovy pen. With Wegovy at HERS, lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise. It helps you regulate your appetite, eat less, and keep weight off. Plus, Wegovy is the first ever GLP-1 pill for weight loss, so there are no needles needed. Ready to reach your goals? Visit forhers.com/alter to get personalized affordable care that gets you. That's FORHERS.com/alter. Forhers.com/ALTAR. Weight Loss by Hers is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is a registered trademark of Novo Nordisk AS. To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information and restrictions, visit forhers.com. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode on Also Call. I am your host, Tane, here with Brian from Masked Virgin, and we are here to talk about Welcome to Plathville, Season 8, Episodes 2 and 3. Hi, Brian. How you doing?
I'm good. This season has given me a lot of joy so far, so I'm into it.
It is? I
Yeah.
think...
Yeah.
I don't know what I feel about the season. I think coming from the chaos that was Veronica, I'm just like, is this normal? It's even keel. Like, there's still dysfunction in here, but it's less roller coastery, I guess.
Yeah, it's less salacious than it's been. But
Yeah.
as a character study, the season has been fascinating so far.
Yes, it has. So a little housekeeping before we go in there. Patreon.com/AutoCallMAFS. You can find bonus episodes. Most recent bonus episode is The Truth and Tragedy of Mariah Wilson. And on the regular feed, I have reality show Ramble on there. And I talked about the documentary Trust Me. Trust
The False Prophet.
Yeah, The False Prophet. And I'm just... I give a warning that you should be prepared before you go in there because it's a lot.
Yeah. No,
it's
that
a lot,
man said, "Come film me committing crimes."
Yes.
Like, that was insane.
Yes, and it's Trust Me, False Prophet on Netflix. So I talk about that. I talk about Atlanta. I talk about the Laguna Beach reunion and some other shows. So go check that out on the regular field. Oh, I can't talk today, guys. I just came back from a long flight. It has been a week, guys. This is a good segue because, guys, the Q1 of the year has been a lot for me. Not an excuse, but it's just been taking a toll on me. And I realized on our last episode where we talked about Summer House, I kept saying Maya, and it's Mia.
It's Mia, yeah. I should have corrected
Mia. And I keep telling Brian, feel free to correct me, and he doesn't want to. And I realized
I'm a Midwestern man. It feels rude.
No, it's fine. You should. This is worse when I go out there and just yap my mouth away, and it's the wrong thing. And not an excuse, but it's just been a lot, and it's been tough. And I'm still just trying to get this episodes cranked out, and at the oddest times too. This is another one that's at an odd time, but we're making it work. And just wanted to apologize. Like, it is Mia, I know that, but it's been rough, guys. But it will get better. And apologies, I know it's Mia, not Maya. I got it. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the Plaths this week, and it turns out Mariah was there at the reckoning of Zach and Lydia.
Physically.
Okay. But now we see her because she is out for drinks with her brothers and her dad. Barry is drinking with Ethan, Mariah, and Micah. And I'm not sure what's happening, but Micah is like, cheers to Ethan saying his first words. And Ethan is just staring into the ether.
Yeah. Like, no, it looked like it pissed Ethan off. Like, it looked like he was mad about being called up for never speaking.
Everything pisses Ethan off. It doesn't take much.
He has gone from perpetually smiling and joyful about everything to I have not seen his teeth in 4 seasons. He's just been angry for years now.
He can't even blame his ex-wife. She's not on there anymore.
No, he can't blame anybody, but I'm sure he does blame her still. But like, something's wrong with him. He needs to do some intensive talk therapy because this man needs to sort out whatever's going on with him.
I think that's the problem. He needs to go talk to someone, but Ethan is not a talker. Ethan does not
No.
know how to process his feelings, articulate his feelings, and it's just sitting there and bringing out the worst in him.
Mm-hmm. And everyone around him. Like,
yeah.
he's a dark cloud over the whole family right now.
Oh, it doesn't matter. He's a hero to his mommy. So his mommy's going to be like, dark cloud, oh my God, give us the best rain you can. So
and Mariah seems to really be fascinated by him too, and really seem to want to please him and make him proud. I don't get it.
I mean, you can. He's the oldest, the way they were raised, and they just want to. He's not like a father figure because, you know, Barry's their dad.
Well, Barry's there.
He kind of is. So he gives that energy that you don't want to make him mad. And if you're following the lead of your mom, who also just wants to be his best friend, it makes sense why that's the case. So Mariah says she has an idea to go around and say what they wish they didn't do today. I'm like, is this leading to something? I almost felt maybe something happened and they were leading into a story that they hadn't aired yet, but it didn't lead to that. So what was this about?
Didn't. I don't know. The editing of the show is always weird. It's like it's almost like they don't understand how reality TV works. So it's like we're walking in the middle of a conversation every time. Instead of like, we're starting the scene. Here's my thing. We're going to end the scene here. It's like, oh, we've been talking for 7 minutes. We're not going to start all over. Just like pick it up where we are right now. They'll figure it out.
Brian, I'm going to need TLC to stop phoning it in because they're phoning it in for all their legacy shows. And they got to start thinking about what's next. We have not gotten something that hit. We're getting all this one-off 6-8 episode shows, not getting second seasons. But what happens when, and it's happening, Sister Wives is wearing thin, 90 Days is wearing thin, but there's 1,000 of them that at least one or two will get ones that are good. And we're getting, you know, new episodes of 90 Day coming with new characters. So that always kind of helps. But what do? They need to, it just feels like they're not trying to be better. They're just like, they'll take whatever we give them.
They tried with that fake Amish show, just flopped. I have a word. Yeah, I have a word I want to toss out to them to remind them of their older days. Gypsies. TLC used to be chock full of gypsy content, and it was all fist fights and like arguments. Bring that shit back. I would watch a new season of Gypsy Sisters right now if it dropped. That show was insane every episode. Like, I would watch that shit right now with them just punching each other in the back of the head in front of somebody's trailer. Like, give me that, because you had a winning formula and you pivoted away from it. And I wonder what those messes are all doing right now.
Yeah, I think they're just like, we're in a different era. I don't know if
I don't care. Bring it back.
They're not going to bring a show for a party of one, Brian. So,
but they had so many of them. They had a gypsy moment, and then 90 Day Fiancé showed up, and it was like, well, this is our new thing now, and we're just leading all the way into this, and that's why the Amish shit went away too. Don't bring Amish shit back. You tried and it failed.
Yeah, the TLC show I would bring back, and now I'm second guessing. Maybe it was not on TLC. It was probably on FYI. It was on FYI, I think, where Married at First Sight was arranged. It was just a group of different people who had arranged marriages in different ways. There was a gypsy family on there. There was a family from India. And then there was another. It was just different levels or different varieties of arranged marriages that was fun to watch. So if they could bring that back, that would be good.
I'd watch that.
Yeah. Okay, so she starts sharing how much she loves Montana because they're trying to ask her if she's going to come back. And they're like, you know what? We actually see how happy she is. And I just want to point out, I say this all the time, that, you know, I'm proud of Lydia for standing her ground. It seems with her family, I wish she would just go far, far away from them and just be happy with Zach. But the irony is, like, they see that Mariah is really happy now. Coincidentally, is when she moved far, far away from them.
Yep, get the fuck away from these people. You'll be okay.
Yeah, so there's something. They are toxic. And the thing is, they grew up with each other. I don't think they realize the level of toxicity that they have within their family. So, I need Barry to find friends. Creepy Barry needs to find friends that are his age, because confiding in them that he had a vision, not a fantasy, guys. He had a vision
A
of
vision.
meeting a lady in Montana. And I'm like, okay, when? How? And then Micah makes a joke about how, oh, he's only been with his mom and he doesn't think that that's his type. I'm like, what?
Well, I could interpret that as look at what Kim looked like when they first got together. And, over time we all change, we age, whatever. I think that he's looking at it as look at how seriously my dad takes working out and being ripped all the time. He needs like a 55-year-old CrossFit lady, is essentially what he's talking about here. That's not Kim.
The interpretation is not the problem. It's like, why would you even make a joke about that and laugh about it? And it's your mom.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
That was
But this family's
terrible.
weird. No, it's the family's a mess.
That was
Just like
terrible.
Carl. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
So they start asking their dad. This conversation is weird, but they start asking their dad what his pickup lines are. And
oh my God, pickup lines.
No, they ask Ethan. I think they ask Micah, and then someone says, "How you doing? How you doing, baby?"
That was Micah.
And then he's doing practice lines. Barry starts doing it, but he's practicing it with his daughter.
Yep,
guys.
And I always feel like it's difficult to have somebody who's like shockingly good looking try to give you tips on like how to approach women or men or whatever. Because Mike is just like, I don't know, just like go up and like show them your stomach and then have sex with them. How is this hard? It's just like, yeah, that works for you, Micah, because you're like a super good looking dude and you can do that. That doesn't work for everybody. So when you have someone that looks like Micah trying to give you advice on how to like approach people of the opposite sex, his advice is useless. He doesn't have to try it all. But then, yeah, the practicing with Mariah all is just, I don't know who else he would practice with, but not her.
Not to be crass or anything, but show them your stomach and let's do adult activities, I think would work for Barry.
I mean, it would work for, I don't know, because I don't know what women his age are into. They might be like,
No,
like, I don't like that.
I mean, odds, probabilities. Like, if he shows 10, he would at least find one. Because, again, he's not a bad-looking dude body-wise.
From the neck down. Yeah. Yes. The face is terrifying. But
what they call a butter face. But, yeah, he's not bad-looking. And it's just like, that's why when we watch all these shows, all these dating shows, and everyone's doing all this twisting, bending, lying, I'm like, you will always find willing participants. I don't, some people don't care whether you're with someone, whether you're not, anything. Like, there's someone for someone out there. Yeah, regardless. So
someone out there will take
it. There's so many options, and that's part of the problem. So I think it would actually, work for him. Now, the problem is he might actually need to get out of Cairo, which doesn't seem to be a problem. These people are in Tallahassee, like
they're going Tallahassee a lot
down the road for milk. So it's not an issue or not a problem. Yeah. And we know most of the reality shows we watch, they are sourcing from Florida. If you're not in Utah, then they're going to Florida.
Yeah, you get two options.
So the big highlight of last episode, episode 2, is that at the end, they went to a Halloween haunted field thing. And then we see Isaac tell Caitlin, like, oh, get in the car, take off your mic. And we're like, what? And basically he broke up with her. And Caitlin is telling us, like, she knew something was wrong when I'm a girl and I got put in the end. I was like, oh, that wouldn't even cross my mind. No. Like, okay, we just ended up here, but
yeah, I wouldn't have thought twice about, well, they put me at the end of the line, and that makes me feel pretty uncomfortable.
Chivalry's not dead, I guess. I mean, silver lining, but
right?
She's a girl. So she was blindsided. Isaac says it was moving too fast. He's too young, and there's so much pressure. And she's older. She's 22, guys.
They're like 18 months apart.
Wait, Isaac, isn't he 19?
He's 20, I think.
Oh, okay, he's 20 now. But yes, so 2 years. I mean, I guess. And it's not like
she's 38 and like has to freeze her eggs now or something.
And it scared him. So one of the saddest things, and we're seeing this also in Temptation Islands, is when two people are on completely different pages. Like one person is like, oh my God, I'm in the best perfect relationship ever. And the other person is like, oh my God, what are we doing? I need to get out of this.
I hate this person.
And She had no idea. So he's been having these thoughts allegedly. I mean, we didn't even know. Going back to the
Mm-mm.
storytelling on this show, we didn't even know. We haven't had anything. We haven't seen any confessional. All we've heard is that he thinks Caitlyn is the best thing ever and she'll never do anything wrong to him. She thought all was well. So she goes to meet up with a friend at a fill in the blanks for me, Brian. What is this place? Is it just a
I
house and they went there?
I feel like it's her house,
But
but
she can't go inside? It's
yeah,
a Robin situation?
it's on 1,000 acres, and they have like a corrugated tin addition to the house. I think I don't know if there's like a little bar inside. I don't know what this is. I have spent most of my entire life in the Midwest. We don't have whatever this is here. We probably have a version of it, but it's not this. And I was really confused by all of this.
It just looked like an upgraded patio, and they just
Yeah,
sat there and had their wine. But
yeah.
if it was her house, I was like, why can't she go inside? But I mean,
Well,
that's
why can't she
little
go
detail.
inside? And why did she park 30 miles away? She
Oh, it
walked
was
forever to get there.
yes, it was a very strange situation. That's why I was like, fill in the blanks. You tell me what you think this was. So,
We need a map.
um, her friend is much older. If she's
Yeah.
22, her friend at the very least is like what, give or take 40?
Yeah, I'd say like
Yeah.
late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah. And she's pointing out, like, listen, not to defend him or anything, he's seen all this dysfunction around him with his family when it comes to relationship, and he hasn't had the time or been able to see that Caitlyn is different. I'm like, how long have they been together?
Long enough that it's been multiple seasons. I mean, well, shit. Because Zach and Lydia are almost together for a year now. They're what, 8 months into their marriage, and it's
Yeah.
long enough that she was like a part of the wedding. So it's been a year and a half.
Yeah. So, um, let's take a break here and then we will talk about him calling her parents.
Yeah, I don't like that.
We'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. So her friend is asking her, Caitlin, if he has reached out or anything. And he's like, yeah, every now and then he texts, but then he called her parents. He called her parents. He apologized to her parents, said he will always love their daughter. And I'm like, this family is awkward.
I was confused by this until we got the follow up of like why of what's happening with them right now. Because I'm just like, I have had a similar breakup where she did not think there was a problem at all, and I was like, I'm miserable in this, and I blindsided her. And when he was like, I remember like the look on her face, how surprised she was, and she didn't know it. I remember what that feels like. It does suck. I did not call her parents and like talk to them afterward. I'm just like, yeah, I want to just stay as far away from this as I can and hope it blows over eventually. Like I'm not getting involved with this.
do we give grace to the fact that maybe it goes back to their upbringing and maybe religion plays a factor? Because here's what confuses me about the show, which I was going to ask you. Where do they stand in their religious beliefs? Because much like Sister Wives, where they barely or even talk about it anymore, where are they on this? They raise them like this, and it's like they sing gospel songs every now and then, but it's
Mm-hmm.
what is their stance on the church? We don't even see Lydia go to church.
No, I mean, we haven't seen her in the prayer closet. I don't know what collectively. I feel like it's easy to believe that Ethan has lost his faith, and that is why he is so different now than he was in the early seasons. I don't know because they just don't talk about it. It's not discussed anymore.
Yeah, because that's where I was leaning, was like maybe it's like a thing that they do because everyone knows everyone. Because Ethan was Ethan's ex-wife.
Olivia,
But
yeah,
Olivia, like their families knew each other, they used to talk to each other, so maybe it's a thing. And he just called because we're going to run into each other anyways, so might as well
yeah,
just get it over and done with. Who knows? That's what I was thinking with that. But he says he feels stupid and he wants to rebuild. And he's texting who I assume is Caitlyn with his grimy hands. Like his hands are
yeah.
full of dirt and mud and stuff, and he's still texting. He says that he is in hell and he shouldn't have listened to him. He shouldn't have listened to Mario for advice. Who the hell is Mario?
I don't know who that is. I don't know this. That's what I'm saying. It's like we're in the middle of a conversation. We're just popping in. I don't know who that man is.
I just chucked it to a coworker.
Sure, could be a passerby on the street. We have no idea who this man is.
Because if Mario is, I want to know how old Mario is. Because if this is another 39-year-old giving a 19-year-old advice, because they like to say that if he's married and maybe he's unhappy in his marriage and he's like, you're young, don't tie yourself down. And you also listen to him. That's the other thing. You had free will.
Yeah.
You could have told him to just get the hell away from me, go away. I'm happy. But instead, you were like, oh, I feel pressure. Pressure to do what? Caitlin said yes, she wanted to get married, but she didn't mean right now.
Yeah. This is not a situation where I feel like she's telling him, hey man, clock is ticking. Like it's been a year already. Like, why haven't you proposed yet? This doesn't feel like one of those at all. But I almost wonder if there's internal pressure from him where he has been raised in this family and has to think it's been a year. I need to start proposing or break up. Like, what are we doing here? And I wonder how much of this was just like confirmation bias, where it's like, well, this is what I think I'm supposed to do. Therefore, I assume this is also what she wants without actually checking with her on that.
Yeah. Well, he says he hates himself so much and he just wants to be with her, and the ball is in her court. And she's like, well, I'm just making him wait it out. And the friend's like, yeah, let him wait it out. Like, you know your words. She's like, I've always known my self worth. And I'm going to wait for him to come to me. And I'm like, here's the kicker about all of this. It's only been a few days. It
Yeah.
hasn't even been a week. It's
No.
only been a few days. So what is happening right now?
I don't know. I feel like, yeah, at that age, I have been through that before where you're with somebody, you break up, and then it's like, oh shit. Like, should I have done that or not? Things weren't that bad. I'm real lonely all of a sudden. And like you think about the good times and you want to take it back. So that part was not confusing to me. The follow on of, and so I have to send her a text basically once a day, checking and see if I can come back. And I need to talk to her parents about it. And like the seriousness with which he's treating this relationship is surprising to me. Because like, yeah, you could just say, hey, I shouldn't have done that. I fucked up. I made a mistake. Do you want to get back together? And if she says no, it's like, well, all right. Like, I'm young. I'll just have to chalk this up to a loss. And next time I'll think about it longer before I make that call. I don't, I don't understand much of what's going on with them. Because like you said, it hasn't been a week yet. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah. The friend says when a man loves you, he'll show you he loves you. The problem is he's 19 or 20. I
Right.
don't, whatever.
Yeah. He has no,
So,
and plus he comes from a family where they don't know how to show love in the first place.
yeah. So we move from Isaac to Ethan whining about Tegan, not
Mm-hmm.
knowing if he's supposed to be in Cairo. And I'm like, the wanderlust that's in these kids. None of them want
Yeah.
to stay in one place. They keep moving and moving and moving. And I'm like, moving sucks. Like
It's the
packing and
worst.
unpacking is a lot of work. And they just treat it like it's nothing.
Yeah.
So you know, something people take for granted though is getting along with your siblings. And we
Mm-hmm.
get on Ethan a lot, but I do want to give him his props because it was nice to see Ethan spending time with his younger siblings. Like, it
Yeah.
may not be our idea of fun, but the family we've known from their history, they bonded over singing. They were a traveling troupe at some point. I don't know when Kim was trying to make them famous. That's probably how she pitched the show, honestly, in the
I
beginning.
think so.
And it was just a sweet moment watching him play guitar, singing with his sisters, on the
Yeah, just
porch.
sitting
It was
outside
nice.
with Blossom Bubbles and Buttercup, singing some church songs, and it was very cute.
Yeah, it was nice. So I'll give him his props over there. Okay, I don't know if this is her way of making nice with Lydia, but Kim is asking Lydia to give her a haircut. The problem is Lydia is passive aggressive. And
Yep.
Lydia says she's asking me to give her a haircut that I had like a year ago. And she has
Yeah.
this face of like, what is wrong with this woman? But okay, I'll do it. We also find out in episode 2 that these two work together.
Yeah. Yeah. They work together. I don't know how much interaction they have at work, but I'm going to assume a lot of it because Kim doesn't seem like the kind that can just like play it cool around somebody.
They work at the same restaurant, and I'm like, who worked there first? Because if Lydia worked there and then Kim just showed up, I'll be pissed. Can I have my space?
Oh, no, I've got theories here. I think Lydia worked there first. Kim, with her being on TV and her DUI background, might have had a hard time finding a job. And it was like, okay, I'll talk to my manager. He's okay.
If you felt stuck trying to lose weight, you're not alone. Enter Weight Loss by Hers. It's designed to support you in reaching your goals. And Hers now offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications, including the Wegovy pill and the Wegovy pen. With Wegovy at Hers, lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise. It helps you regulate your appetite, eat less, and keep weight off. Plus, Wegovy is the first GLP-1 available in a pill, so there are no needles needed. Everything is 100% online through Hers. You'll connect with a licensed provider who will determine if treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is delivered right to your door. No insurance necessary. And it doesn't stop there. Weight Loss by Hers goes beyond medication by offering access to 24/7 messaging with your care team and tons of in-app lifestyle and nutrition tips like recipes, meal plans, fitness videos, sleep content, and more. Even better, with a range of affordable GLP-1 options, Hers makes it simple to find an approach that fits your needs and your budget if eligible. You'll get a treatment plan personalized to you and unlimited dosage changes as needed. It's weight loss designed to work with your life. Ready to reach your goals? Visit forhers.com/women to get personalized, affordable care that gets you. That's forhers.com/women. forhers.com/women. Weight Loss by Hers is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordisk A/S. To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information, and restrictions, visit forhers.com.
I used to just go with whatever meat looked good or was on sale at the grocery store. But now that I've experienced the exceptional quality, flavor, and convenience that you can get from Omaha Steaks, I'm never going back. They can build a custom food plan based on your schedule, which means less food waste and stocking up on high-quality proteins to always have on hand. With Omaha Steaks in your freezer, you're always just minutes away from a quality dinner. Whether it's Taco Tuesday or a weekend feast. Taste the Omaha Steaks difference and never settle for grocery proteins again. Get flavorful, high-quality proteins delivered by visiting omahasteaks.com. Plus $35 off when you use promo code YUM at checkout. That's omahasteaks.com, code YUM. Terms apply. See site for details. Go to omahasteaks.com and use promo code YUM at checkout for $35 off. Minimum purchase may apply.
Okay with filming in here because I already film in here sometimes. And like, yes, you have a DUI, so maybe working at a place that sells alcohol isn't the best idea, but like it's Florida, so I guess we can do it. Like, that's my assumption, is that this was, I'm going to put you on because you're still my mom, and I know you're struggling right now. And so, Ken needs somebody to help him supplement his jukebox situation. So here's a job you can have.
Ken is retired, right?
I think.
Is that what he said?
I think so.
I'm just wondering what he does all day besides polishing the jukebox.
Posting racist memes online, I think, mostly. It's his full-time job.
So Lydia says that there is a lack of transparency and vulnerability, and she wants to clear up why they have issues. Good on Lydia for wanting to clear this up with her, but Kim is giving Robin a run for her money for me, because Robin really, in the words of Tia from Potomac, aggravates my spirit. And Kim is something else, because in episode 2, when they were still talking about the whole colors and why she thinks Zach is controlling, she's still standing on business about Zach being controlling. And I think the producer asked, like, why didn't you confirm with Lydia? And she's like, I didn't need to talk to her. I had someone in there in the room that gave me confirmation. And I'm like, I think this woman forgets that she's a mom. Like, you are a mom. I don't care if you had someone there. You talk to your daughter and you ask your daughter, what is the true tea? Because all I'm hearing is that you are taking the side of whoever this person was in the room over whatever happened. And also, it fits a narrative that you want. And the more we get to talk, it feels like Kim was looking for a aha, gotcha moment for Lydia not approving her relationship. And I'm like, why are you in competition with your daughter? Like, what are you even doing? Again, I think she forgets that she's a mom.
Yeah, she was trying to get her lick back. It was, oh, you didn't like my boyfriend? I'm going to find something wrong with yours. And it's just like, you're grown. You're grown, and this is your daughter. And like, be mature for a second here.
That's crazy. She does admit that the part that she played is not reaching out to Lydia. I'm like, you intentionally not reaching out to your daughter? Okay. because she felt condemnation and judgment about her life choices, especially the divorce. And I want to say this, and we say this all the time. The fact that Kim cannot see that Lydia is the child that most absorbed all the teachings that she handed down is
Yep.
crazy. And for the producers to not have asked this question yet is crazy. I need someone to just flat out say, do you recognize that you had a change in your life? You decided you were going to get a divorce. You were going to do all these things, live in sin, come on family, let them drink Coca-Cola. I was about to say Coke, but I don't want it to get misconstrued. Coca-Cola, the soda. And you taught these girls a lot of things, and she's sticking to those. Do you recognize that that's why it may be hard for her to reconcile with Harpo, who that woman right now cosplaying as my mom?
The easy thing to do for the producer here would say, when they were growing up, what did you tell them about divorce? Was this part of what you guys talked about? Like, if you have ingrained into them since they were born, divorce is not an option. It is not something that we do. You're not allowed to get a divorce. Then yes, when you get a divorce, your kid's gonna go, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you told us we could never do this.
And even besides that, part of Lydia's problem was the fact that it was so soon.
Yeah.
And when something
divorce
is so
and had a boyfriend
soon,
immediately.
People's minds go to the fact, was there an overlap? So then was there adultery? So there's like a whole sequence of events that, that's not being talked about. And with families like this and the reality show, you have to know that there's a lot of stuff that's not being mentioned or being talked about. So we never get the full context of, what is happening. Where I am surprised is that Lydia thinks that Isaac made the right choice in breaking up with Caitlin.
Well,
wait, what?
Yeah, no, I don't know specifically where this comes from, but I'm happy she said it.
Yeah, she did. And she's like, yeah, he's young. He needs to go out there and he needs to, figure things out. And Kim is just like, oh, I'm glad. She says it and she sees that there's life beyond getting married so young. A little part of me wondered, like, are things not okay at home? And is Lydia like, oh my God, what have I gotten myself into? Maybe I should have just been single longer. Because where truly is that coming from for her to say that about Isaac? I thought she would be like, Caitlin is a great girl. They seem to like each other. It's always good to find young love. And if it works out, they don't have to get married right now. But if it works out, then it's great. But for her to say, yeah, he should go out and explore and go that, I'm like, whoa.
It's one of two things. I don't think that she has any regrets with how her life has gone. I would probably be full of regret if I was her. But like, I don't think that she has that sort of view. I almost wonder like how much of this is the stuff that we have not seen of Isaac talking to her and being like, I'm feeling kind of suffocated. I'm feeling like she's way more serious about this than I am. How long has he felt this way? And do they have the kind of relationship where he's talking to her about how he's feeling and she's just kind of like, you should probably leave. So there's a lot that's unsaid here. But I can imagine a scenario where he's gone to her for months and been like, I don't know how to get out of this thing. And she's more serious than I am. And I'm feeling like she's going too fast. And Lydia probably saying like, well, I can't relate to that because I wanted to marry Zach the second he said hello to me. But like, that's not what you want. And you should be happy with whatever you choose to do.
I'm surprised that you think Lydia and Isaac are talking this much.
I just don't know. I mean, they're close in age, so it's possible.
I do not think so. I feel like Lydia was basically the caretaker of the kids, and as soon as she
did raise the
Zach,
kids,
she's out. I don't even think
true.
She talks to the younger ones that much. That I don't really think she's talking to Isaac. If Isaac is talking to anyone, maybe Micah or Ethan, but I think Ethan probably. Yeah, I don't see them talking. And then if he's talking to Ethan now, that makes all the sense.
Of course.
Ethan is going to be
run
like,
for your life.
Women are the devil. You need to just run. So yeah. I don't know.
But that's on these podcasts.
So when Kim says, it feels like Lydia is a supporter of Barry and not me. And I'm like, ding, ding, ding. That's exactly what she is mad about. She is mad about the fact this woman is in constant competition with Barry. She talks about all the time how he just wants to be their friend as if she's not doing the same thing. And now he's just like, Lydia chose Barry. We used to be close and then now you chose him over me. And Lydia is like, again, this is why I'm proud of Lydia. I'm like, yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right, but it's because when I talk to you, it's like talking to a brick wall. And I'm like, go ahead, Lydia.
Woo. Listen, this conversation was fascinating because it was a long scene. We got a lot of content here, but I am somebody that has bad ADHD and I focus a whole lot better if my hands are doing something. And so to watch this, I'm like, y'all could not have had this conversation just sitting down talking face to face. It only
Yeah,
works
that's true.
because Lydia is behind you, untangling the 40,000 knots you have in your hair, apparently.
Yeah.
And that is allowing you guys, because you're focusing on that, it's allowing you guys to just speak freely in a way that you ordinarily could not. But when she was like, yeah, well, talking to you sucks, Mom, I was just like, oh my God, all right.
Yeah. Yeah. So she talked her truth, and you're right. I didn't even notice that, but I think the not having eye contact, her standing behind, made it easier. And you don't see the
Absolutely.
reactions because you see the reactions and you want to adjust because, oh, I don't want to hurt this person. Oh, this person is judging me. So it made it much easier. Yeah, that's a good call out in there. Let me take a quick break and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. So when she says that she was like a brick wall, Lydia looks sad in the confessional. The producer is like, what's going on? What's going on? And she's like, oh, I don't know. And then we get a flashback to her telling of Kim telling them that she's in a relationship, and she's saying like, why is it so quick? Like, I cannot be a supporter of this. And Lydia says she doesn't know how to say it. And this is fascinating. But if Zach were here, Zach would help her put it in words. And this is the beginning of codependency. This is the beginning of, again, not to bring up Temptation Island, Cheyenne saying like, oh, I can't do anything without Jack. Like, this is what we do. We just lean on each other. And it's just going to be like, I don't need to think because Zach will figure it out. I'll just go home and tell Zach he's my AI and he'll give me the output of what I'm feeling. And at some point, you're not going to know the differentiation between Zach interpreting what he thinks that you feel versus what you actually feel because you're not going to process it. So that, it was a little throwaway line, but I found that very fascinating. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm worried yet, but she's young.
She's young.
You know, this is our formative years.
I had the same thought about the AI part of it. I'm just like, this sounds to me the kind of person that can no longer like make a grocery list unless ChatGPT doesn't know what to put on there and whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I can understand if he's good with his words and you're not, and that's not your strong suit. We've never seen Lydia struggle with like how to express something before, and I do. Well,
she does struggle with that, Brian. I will say that,
but more so than the rest of the family, because they all kind of are bad for that.
They all cannot communicate. They can. You know what? Oh my God! If I'm saying that the best communicator is Micah, that's saying something.
It's either Micah or Barry. Like, how bad is this?
Oh,
they're both bad at it, but I mean, God.
Let's keep it moving. Okay. So you were in the middle of a point. I get you don't remember.
Oh shit, probably not. Again, I don't have, my hands are empty, so the ADHD got me again. I forgot what I was saying altogether.
You were talking about the AI part, and if it was a case of that she's never struggled.
Yeah, no, it does. It feels like she has come to rely on him a whole lot to fill in the blanks for her. Where it's like, hey, these are like my disconnected feelings. And he's like, all right, let me put those together and explain to you where this all comes from. And that's not a great place to be if your partner is also essentially like your therapist, which is sort of how this was feeling. Like, I can't talk about what I'm really feeling without Zach here to kind of show me the way, which is not what you want.
Yeah, it's like an orange flag. Not concerning yet, but it's like, oh no. And not to say like Zach is a terrible guy, but it's just like on her. And also, it could also be the reverse effect of everything that happened with the family. I always say like people underestimated what Lydia had to take on after the division and the split. Mariah took off. Ethan chose his wife, Olivia, at the time. Micah took off also. She was left in the middle to struggle with all of this. And she's the one who, thinks differently from the rest of the family. And she's like, what is happening? She had to take care of them with their dad. She had to do all the things. And basically her mom left her, to do that. So maybe now she's just like, I'm not doing this mental load. I got a husband now. You think for me. So there are two sides to it. So I'm not saying like, Zach is actually trying to be controlling. He may be. I'm just saying like, I don't know yet. They're not giving us enough context. Like with most of the shows, we're not going to find out the true nature of their marriage until 3 years in or something.
Yeah.
then we'll
Yeah.
see what's really happening in that regard.
Everything can't be Real Housewives of Rhode Island. We're just going to put all the marital problems on Front Street in the first episode.
Yeah. So Lydia's hurt that she was judging her mom, and she didn't want that to come across in that way at all. So she does tell her mom that she sees that she's happy. They've had time, the ups and downs. They seem to be in an up, and the girls seem to be happy and they like him. And she tells her that she approves. And before she even gets it out her mouth, Kim is already crying and hugging her and saying, "Thank you so much." And I don't know, a little part of me wondered if it was put on, like she put on, like Kim, like was she putting on a lot? Was that genuine emotion?
I rewound it and watched it again because I was like, I know what it's like when I am trying to hold it together and then I break, because I'm an easy crier anyway. So like I know what that kind of looks like for me, and I'm like, when she had that sudden moment where she's kind of busted up and started crying, I was like, I want to see what your face is doing before that. And her face didn't do anything before that. So
I'm like, crumpling.
It was crumbling. I didn't see a chin quiver. I didn't see like, any redness in her face as she was trying to like hold it in. It just kind of happened all of a sudden. And I don't know. I don't want to doubt her emotions, because again, this whole family has weird fucking emotions. Like they don't show their emotions, the way that you would expect. But it was a touching moment. I mean, if we are to believe that was genuine, that was very sweet. And I'm happy that, Lydia got to say what she had to say and that Kim was able to hear it without turning it around to what took you so long or, any of that. So whatever, it's good, I guess. I mean, if they like it, I love it.
Yep. Once again, Barry, for the love of God, get some friends your age, because why are you walking into the same damn restaurant with Zach and saying like he's the person you go to when you need to talk with a guy? Like I just first your sons and then now Zach. Like even Kim had friends, those friends that did a tribute for her, even though it felt like a Janelle situation. Like, are these your friends? Like, are these your coworker? Like, who are these people? I don't know where they came from, but Kim has friends. Like, at least she has someone to talk to. So they go to that same one restaurant where they work at, they dine at, and it's Giorgio's. And the owner is, I guess, a friend of the family, or he wants free ads for his restaurant. So he's
come to Giorgio's
to film. So listen, you guys, Barry wants to convince us that he's ready to date, but I am not convinced. No. Barry reminds me of Carl from Summer House.
Oh, but I want Carl and Billy to be together.
People do not want to date. The only difference is that we've seen Carl in his fuckboy phase, so I can kind of make it make sense that, he's going through a whole transformational change and all that. But Barry, we've seen just married to one woman, and the woman said he didn't even put any effort. So it's just, I don't understand. But he's obsessed with having wingmen. He's more obsessed with talking about dating than actually doing the dating. And Zach saying that he's more in tune on how to date is laughable. You barely dated.
You didn't date Lydia. You guys met and then got married an hour later. The thing with this whole scene for me was the performative inviting you to be an official wingman. Like, what the fuck are we? You know how you don't get a girl acting like that? Like that's going to give everyone the ick if you're over here like knighting somebody as one of your wingmen. This was bizarre to me. All of it.
Yeah, it was. It was just insane. What was hilarious was the Georgia owner, Brian, him saying, "We are going to find the right guy for Barry." And the producers saying, you might want to say that again. But the fact that the producers did not take that out and they left it in, it took me out. It was hilarious. It was.
This whole interaction is like the most homoerotic scene I think TLC has ever put on TV. And it feels like they're just actively trolling Barry at this point because he doesn't understand how any of this is coming across.
He does not, because the next thing he's like, oh, I'm fond of these guys, and who knows what's next? What's gonna happen on guys' nights? And I'm like, Barry?
Hold on, man. Hey, yo.
And you can just see the producers being like, yes, we got it. We got it. We can make this work. So they go in, and next thing we see is Kim and Lydia just walk in. For someone who says that she doesn't like being in the orbit of Barry, Kim is always in the orbit of Barry, because did she have to come in? Did you not peek, and if he's there, just walk away? Are you telling me no one texted? Like Lydia didn't say, hey, we're on our way. He's like, okay, cool. I'm chilling with Barry. And you're just like, I'll pass. You had to come in here. And Zach is not wrong. They keep talking about dating, and it's like, the ex is here, and she has a boyfriend, but they're talking about him dating, and we get a sneak peek or a little peek as to what maybe Zach's beef is with Kim, because I don't care what they say. I think Zach has beef with Kim, or he's not a fan.
Does. Yeah.
He's like, Barry comes to lunch with us every Sunday, but Kim just does not reach out except when she needs something, and it's like, oh, come help me do that. Oh, come. Kim gives user aura.
Oh yeah,
like she gives like, I'm a user. Like, what can I get from you?
Everything's
giving
transactional
anything of
with her.
myself. Exactly, everything is transactional.
Yeah.
So Lydia organically brings up, "Oh, I heard you were trying to start dating, Dad," and I'm like, "Okay, that was so smooth and so natural." And then Kim is like, "Oh, he's free to do what it is. The divorce is final, and also." It's been 5 years since we separated.
5
Has it been 5 years?
That's wild. I had no idea it was that long.
Did they separate before we even knew? Is that
they
what it is?
must have. They must have, because I mean, that's considering when they filmed this show, they were separated like right when COVID hit, basically, which seems like a very long time ago for them to be separated.
Yeah, I was like, is this something that we shouldn't have known? But what is happening right now? But yeah. But then in a confessional, she says like she can't imagine going that long without dating. And the producer is like, is there anything else you can't imagine not going that long without? And she's like, what?
The way she handles this, I'm trying to think of who else is really immature about sex like this. It's kind of like Sister Wives, where like if you ask Mary any question about flirtation or sexuality, she doesn't like a 13-year-old all of a sudden. What do you mean? What are you talking about? And I'm just like, okay,
talk
relax.
About
you know what you're talking about. Yeah. No, and if Kim was just like, yes, I also need to get my dick wet sometimes, and I'm like, all right, that makes sense to me. We're adults talking about this. You have 1,000 children. We know that sex is not something that you're like weird about. But yeah, her reaction to that, I'm like, we've never seen her act this way before, ever. This was wild to
me. It took her a minute.
Yeah.
But she got there. But I think the final thing was, what was it that we're going to do? And Lydia was like, you're not going to meet girls there because Barry's, again, trying to convince us that he's ready to date. But it's like, yeah, let's do guys' night.
Yeah, let's go axe throwing, which like, that feels like a very 2018 thing to me. I didn't know axe throwing was still that guy who plays at pickleball. I feel like that's what you do now instead of axe throwing.
Well, he's more excited to do guys' night than actually date, and I think that's okay. Yeah. If he's not ready to date and he just wants to hang out, it's more believable that he would want to go find guy friends, because maybe he's never had the opportunity to have friends as an adult, and he'd be like, "Oh, I'm joining a bowling league just to see if I could meet some friends as an adult." That would be more believable to me. Like, if you don't want to date, you don't want to date. Like, you shouldn't be pressured into dating because you're going to involve somebody who might actually have feelings, and then it becomes a whole thing, and then you become like Isaac and you break up with them in the truck.
Right.
Tell them to turn their mic off. So
right after the hayride.
So that's it for this week's installation. We will be back in the next 2 weeks to talk about episode 4 and 5. Is there anything else?
You didn't want to talk about Taylor? Taylor, the weird friend that was there all of a sudden? Barry's ex-gay friend?
Oh, you can talk about him.
Yeah, the star of the show. So that guy, okay. I was really confused because at first I'm like, oh, okay, the show has understood how homophobic they all come across, and so they have manufactured a gay friend to show, because he had that whole thing where he's like, when I think about how accepted and loved the Plaths have all made me feel, blah blah blah. This man's social media has given him away. He is like an ex-gay activist where he's like, I have overcome my same-sex attraction, and essentially like, yeah. Where there's a lot of Bible verses about like shaming sexual sin and stuff like that is what his social media is all about. And he didn't say it on the show. I'm getting the impression he's like, I'm not going to date women, but I'm also not going to date men because that is sinful. So I'm just going to like deny myself the romantic needs and the sexual needs that I have, because that is not acceptable. Which is not how the show presented him. They basically, yeah, I was with a man for a long time, and Barry really helped me, when that breakup happened or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay, you're trying to show me you're cool with gay people. No, I'm cool with somebody that went through conversion therapy, is basically what happened with this guy.
So my question is, isn't that the same guy who gave the speech at Kim's dinner?
Yeah, same guy. Loves being on TV.
Share friends?
I guess so.
That's the part. Their life is still so intertwined.
Yeah. It's intertwined and very insular.
Because even Barry, like, if you're saying, like, you don't want to hang out, you came to have guys' night at the restaurant where your ex-wife works, like,
No, it's almost like, okay, listen, guys, the city gave us a permit to film in 2 locations. So, like, everything has to happen in these 2 spots, and we'll make it work somehow. We'll fix it in post.
Crazy. Okay. Yeah. Anything else?
That's it. That's all I got. I just had to talk about that weird man.
All right, guys. Well, that's it. We'll be back with part 2 of Temptation Island coming soon. And you know where to find me. It is AltaCall MAFS on all of the socials. And give me a 5-star rating. It helps the podcast. And stay subscribed so you don't miss out on any new episodes. Until next time, guys. Bye. Between diets, workouts, and endless advice, it's hard to know what actually works for weight loss and what's worth your time. That's why Hers offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications that now includes the Wegovy pill and the Wegovy pen. With Wegovy at Hers, lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise. It helps you regulate your appetite, eat less, and keep weight off. Plus, Wegovy is the first ever GLP-1 pill for weight loss, so there are no needles needed. Ready to reach your goals? Visit forhers.com/alter to get personalized affordable care that gets you. That's forhers.com/alter. forhers.com/alter. Weight Loss by Hers is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is a registered trademark of Novo Nordisk AS. To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information and restrictions, visit forhers.com.